welcome to the update. I'm Talisa Ryder. Superannuation will now be paid on paid parental leave under legislation being introduced into federal parliament. Under the new move, parents will receive 12% super on top of the government payment from July next year. Treasurer Jim Chalmers says it'll make a big difference.
This is a really important part of our efforts to make sure that Australian women earn more, keep more of what they earn and retire with more as well. This is all about a more secure retirement for more Australian women in particular, and that's why today is such an important day.
Meanwhile, legislation to reform the NDIS is expected to pass the Senate this week after an agreement was finally reached between the federal and state governments. Minister for the NDIS, Bill Shorten, says the agreement centred on a number of issues.
Faster timeframes for approving NDIS rules, a new dispute resolution approach, and a move from unanimous to majority First Minister's support for any rules with any significant impacts for people with disability and governments.
Mr Shorten is hoping to slash spending on the NDIS by $14 billion over the next 4 years. An Australian holidaymaker critically injured in an accident in Bali is being brought home on a medical evacuation flight today. Perth man Shane Ramsey has been in a coma since crashing his scooter and fracturing his skull. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help cover the 30-year-old's medical expenses, which have so far reached $180,000. Italian authorities are working to formally identify 5 bodies found by divers after a luxury yacht capsized off Sicily. The boat's owner, UK tech billionaire Mike Lynch, and his 18-year-old daughter are believed to be among the dead. And if you're feeling lucky, it might be worth investing in a lotto ticket today. $100 million is up for grabs in tonight's Powerball draw. There hasn't been a Division 1 winner in 5 weeks, and a third of Aussie adults are expected to have a ticket tonight. Sport and entertainment are next. In sport, Port Adelaide will appeal Dan Houston's 5-game suspension for a bump that left Adelaide's Isaac Rankin concussed. Meanwhile, a 2-year non-competition ban at international events is set to be enforced on Olympic cyclist Matt Richardson following his decision to defect to his homeland, Great Britain. Under Union Cyclist International rules, cyclists who switch allegiance cannot compete at the next edition of the World Championships. And Melbourne will host the Socceroos in November when Australia meets Saudi Arabia as part of their Round 3 AFC Asian qualifiers at Amy Park. In entertainment news, after officially announcing their divorce, it's been revealed Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck didn't have a prenuptial agreement. It could spell a bitter dispute over the income they've jointly generated over their 2 years of marriage. J-Lo worth around $600 million, while Affleck's net worth is estimated around $220 million. Travis Kelce is set to make his big movie debut. The NFL star and boyfriend of Taylor Swift set to make a cameo in Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore 2 film, which will begin filming in the coming weeks. And following the success of her husband's series, Victoria Beckham is set to get her very own Netflix doco. It's currently in production and will follow the star's fashion and beauty brands. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast news team. We'll have another episode of The Update for you later on.